Alright guys, ModelRocks321 here. Welcome back to another launch video. Be sure to subscribe and hit that thumb up button. Also drop a comment. Today we are flying scale. I've not been flying a lot of scale lately, but I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to do some scale builds also. I'll probably be building the Jupiter C next or the Antar. The Antar is not scale, but one of those are going to get built. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Jupiter C. I may do both at the same time, but today we got a little scale going on. So stay tuned and check out these flights. ModelRocks321. Alright guys, we got the Mercury Little Joe 2 going on a C63. This is my scratch built one. And we are going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. There we go. Mercury Little Joe, C63. Both parachutes out. Coming down nice and slow. Coming down pretty good. Got a little delay. I may have to charge those batteries. That was a good igniter. Or one of the old ones that I swear by. Coming down right back at the pad. Booster touchdown and capsule touchdown. That's the first flight. Went great. A little delay on the launch. I got to charge those batteries, I'm sure. There's the capsule. And here's the booster. Kind of tumbled in. C63. And there we have it. Let's check fins. You get hit kind of hard, but should be good. These are on here pretty bulletproof. Yeah, they feel good. Good. Very old one. Ooh, that booster's warm. So there we have it. First flight down of scale. Haven't flown scale in a while. Getting back into it. Gonna be doing some scale flights here today. First flight, pretty nice. A little delay on the takeoff though. So we'll keep an eye on that. ModelRocks321. Hit that subscribe button. Be sure to use my Estes discount code. Also check the link for the merch. You can get some ModelRocks321 gear, logo tees, couple flight shirts, some other stuff in there. ModelRocks321. All right, next up guys, we got the Gemini Titan going on a B64. Should be a low and slow flight. So let's see how it go. All right. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, fast, and there we go. Parachute out, coming down on a B64, pretty nice. Right over top of us. Little clouds in the sky. Look at all that wadding coming down with it. Real nice, coming down real nice and slow. Start heading over, coming right back to the pad. It's another good day for flying. Good day for flying. Would catch it, but I did catch it. And we made a catch. Came back to me. It wasn't ever recording. That wasn't recording. Made a nice catch. There we go. Good day. All right, guys. Next up, we got the Apollo Little Joe 2, the 145th scale one. We'll be going on an E20-4, and we are ready to launch. E20-4 should be a good flight. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Way up on the E20-4. 4 seconds. Parachute. Everything's still attached. Look at that. Everything's coming down. Nice flight. Nice flight on the E20. Coasting down real nice. Coasting. I'm going to head out here to go get it. Oh, it's coming down way over there. I'm going to head over. Hopefully you guys, I think you can still see that. Yeah. Coming down nice and slow. These things have a big parachute, big plastic, nice one. It's like this Century, the old school Century parachute. Coming down nice and slow. Coming down nice and slow. The Apollo Little Joe 2, that was a nice one. Took off. E20-4. And I forgot to put the altimeter in there. I did so much altimeter at the last one, I forgot to put one in this video. I ran all altimeters in all of those flights because I really wanted to see. Here he comes, touching down. Here he comes. You coming back to me? They're gonna go in these tall grasses. Check him out. Close up. Nice gentle landing. Nice gentle landing. Nice gentle landing of the Apollo Little Joe 2. Yeah, that was a nice flight on the E20. Nice flight, nice return, nice touchdown, everything. Perfect, perfection. Piece of wadding. You know it's a good launch when the wadding stays on the, when the wadding stays attached. Oh, I see some damage. Oh, the capsule's gone. Oh, we got, oh, capsule's missing. Uh-oh. Capsule's missing this little plastic piece, and I was wondering, was that too weak? The capsule is gone, folks. The capsule is gone. Uh-oh. So, will I be able to find it out here? That's the next question. I would like to have that back. The capsule is gone from the 1/45th scale. Uh-oh, let's take a look. So it went over this way. I'm gonna head out this way. It's white. I might be able to find it. Let's see, let's give it a... All right, it came down here. Let me head over here. Uh-oh, capsule's missing. Capsule's missing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it a quick look for that. I think I see it. There it is, I see it. And it may be crushed. Uh-oh, let's see what we got. There it is. Capsule on the ground. Well, here's the capsule. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I see a little damage. Yeah, that piece broke off. That was kind of weak. Yeah, there's a little damage here. Wow, a little damage to the Joe. This is easily repairable. That's like a 13mm tube, easy fix. The cone's still good. Damaged. Nice flight though on the E20. Yeah, that just, when their ejection charges fire, those things on Aerotech stuff, it blasts them off like a cannon. So that was the problem with that. But a little damage today. Let's get some more flights going. ModderRocks 321. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. We bring you all kind of flight videos. We got a couple more today that you will see. But let's do it. ModderRocks 321. Also use the Estes discount code. Come on, guys, get yourself a discount over there. IN_321. ModderRocks 321. All right, guys, we got another flight. We're going to do this one right here. It's a classic. Classic. You don't see that much. The X-15. So we got the X-15, the NASA version, experimental one. Going to be going on a D16-4FJ motor. So let's go. All right, here we go. The X-15 on a D16-4FJ going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa! I heard it. I don't see it. I do not see it. That took off fast. Should have a yellow parachute. All right, the X-15 is gone for right now. Let's take a look, see if I can find it. I heard the parachute pop. Not yet. It's probably on the ground by now, so I'm gonna go and see what we got. All right, guys, ModderRocks 321 here. We got the bow mark. This will be the last flight for the day. The X-15 is lost. We are ready to launch. And going on a B62, going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. B64 rather, and I see smoke. Wow, quick flight of the bow mark, and it's coming down right over us. Real quick. Oh, a fin or something falling. Watch your head, Marcy. I think the engine kicked out. That wasn't the fin, that was the engine. Came right down right next to us. But the bow mark is heading down, twirling and twirling. Coming down right over us. This little twirl. It's doing a twirl in the sky, coming down. As the sun is setting on this afternoon Phoenix launch. Coming on down though. Coming down. Might be able to make a catch on this. I'm not sure. This is kind of a fragile rocket. I'm not sure. It's kind of twisted. Might clunk me in the head. I was close, but no cigar. But no damage. So that's that, folks. Great day of flying. ModderRocks 321. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit the thumb up button. X15 is lost over there somewhere. I'm going to have to give another look and I'll try to find it. And that is it for today. Subscribe, share the links. Model Rocket 321. Be sure to visit the Model Rockets 321 Space Shop for logo tees, mugs, and other space-related merchandise. Alright guys, so you just witnessed some flights. I'm back to flying scale again. I've been missing out on some scale launches, and I have some rockets and stuff, some scale ones. That's typically my favorite. I think it's #1. I like sci-fi and exotic type models also, and I like some sport models, but I've been getting away from my scale stuff, so I'm bringing that back for a little while. I'm gonna have a couple scale builds coming up. Still working on that K30 Little Joe 2. It's over there hanging up. Got a few more steps to do, and that'll be complete. It takes a while, so I don't know how far off I am, so we'll get that going. But you just saw Mercury, Gemini, Apollo. You saw the one that I love the most is my Mercury Little Joe 1. I know in the video I said I called this the Little Joe 2, but that's the 2. This is the Mercury Little Joe 1. Love this rocket so much. If you heard the interview I did with James Duffy, we talked about this rocket. This is the built from the Yitta Wu plans. Real good rocket. Had it for many years. Flown. It actually crashed a long time ago. Had separation and turned over, and it popped off, hit like flat on the cone here. Capsule was off under its parachute, and it just landed. It nosedived. Oops! It nosedived and hit, and all 4 of the fins had popped off. But since then, I rebuilt it. Or I repaired it, and I did this little rivet system inside here where I put holes, and I attached these big wide wedge fins, and it kind of made like rivets inside there. I'm not sure if you can see down in there, but there's like this glue sticking out. It's like rivets, and it's bulletproof, man. It's a good little flyer. It flew on a C63. That spent casing is right here. Yep, here's a C63 engine that this Mercury Little Joe 1 flew on. It's great flight. That was one of the better flights of the day. Next up, I flew my Gemini Titan. This is a rugged machines, old kind of beat. I use this black fin can because I don't have the clear one. Clear one got broken, and I just took this from another rocket. I think I took it from the bailout or something like that. But this is attached, you know, it flies. This is the way it's supposed to look, but you have to fly it with fins because you can't. There's no kind of stabilizer or anything like that, so you need the fins. Flew this one on a B64, an older B64, right here, I believe. Yeah, this is the older one. You can see this is the older Estes B64. I flew that one in there. Did a good job, nice and high. I thought it was going to be a slower liftoff, but it was a nice flight on this motor. On a B64, parachute opened up, had an 18-inch parachute in there. Came down nice and gentle. Then I flew on an E24. I flew my 1/45th scale Little Joe 2, the Apollo Little Joe 2, another favorite of mine. We're talking some of my favorite rockets here. This is a flyer, no sympathy needed. I thought it was a successful launch and recovery until I got closer. As you saw in the video, I noticed that I had separation, and we're going to talk about that. So the capsule ejected it. I just want to say again, when you fly Aerotech composite motors, this is the ejection charge in here, and they shoot like a cannon. So you got to have bulletproof stuff built from in here if you attaching to the motor mount on up. Bulletproof everything, man. I mean, it shot and it fired and it separated capsule. I didn't notice at the time. I was watching it, and parachute came out, did its job, and it was coming down nice and slow, really slow. Too slow, you know, without the capsule. I didn't notice at the time until I got there to recover. And I was just speaking how when you got winding attached to your shot cord, that's a good day. And then I noticed this little piece right here. I noticed this little piece. So once I saw that, I said, oh, we got separation. This little piece is what is usually attached inside here. It attached right there. It's not really broken. It just came off. I had it glued, but it wasn't glued on strong enough. That was it. So it separated. This fell in a different location, not far away as you saw in the video. I was able to go and recover it, find the capsule, but the capsule did suffer some damage. And as I look at this damage, I'm so glad that the tower itself is solid. You see the nose weight in there. This little tab is where that plastic piece will attach. This is the only damage to this cone right here, and I believe this is a 13 millimeter. Is that a 13? Looks like an odd size. I don't know. It might be smaller than 13. It might be bigger than 13 actually. I'm gonna have to check what size that is. Is that a 13 mil? tube? I do have one. Yeah, that's, maybe it is it? It's hard to really tell. Anyway, I noticed that this may be a 13 mil tube. Yeah, I think it's a 13 mil tube. It's really hard to tell when it got paint on there for some reason. But anyway, I want to replace this or repair it. It didn't, it's busted, but it's not like horrible. I can get, you know, some paint on there if I can get this straightened out really nice. It has clay in there. That's where some more nose weight I went, believe. And I noticed that it wants to come off. Like, look at this. It wants to come right off. Did I forget the glue? Yeah, it's full with clay. Did I forget to add glue? Did I forget to glue this? Oh, there is glue. Oh, yeah, I added glue. It's just really, they wanted plastic cement, and I used what they said, and it just seemed to not be holding on that well. But if this is a BT, I guess it would be a BT5. Nah, it's a different size. Nah, because this is a BT. Yeah, it's a different size. This is exactly, so I have to find what tube this is for this cone. Or I'm going to repair this cone and just get it as straight as I can get it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it like super straight. And I'll just go back and I'll paint all the blemishes. But yeah, this is full of clay also to keep the center of gravity forward. It was a great flight on that E20 motor. I mean, it ripped off the pad. Like I have it, like if you see the full speed, that was fast. That was a fast flight on an E20. They recommend the E34T, which is a motor that I do not like. I don't like E34T. They're a powerful motor, but I don't like, they don't have any flame, they don't have any smoke. I like to see a little effect when I launch. I like to see stuff. So yeah, so this is the damage that it suffered. I'm gonna just get this straightened out. I think we're there, man. I'm gonna just go on and have to touch this up with some glue and paint. It's a flyer. No sympathy for the Little Joe 2, no sympathy for any rocket I fly. If it crashes, it crashes. I make them to fly, and you should be building and flying them too. I mean, these things, you can't take them with you. You just enjoy them, fly them. They're just going to sit on the shelf. If that's your thing, it ain't my thing. I like to see them fly. And if something happens, you repair it, you keep moving. But I do have to find out what tube this is. This is a rare size, because this is not, I thought it was a BT13, but this is 13 mil. This will probably fit in here. This is, yep, this fits. This is a 13 millimeter tube, and it fits right in there. So I have to find whatever size tube this is, if I'm going to replace it. If I have to, I may not have to. The way this is looking, this is already looking kind of straight. If I can get some glue in there and really eyeball this and make sure it's perfectly straight, we're back in business. We're back in business. And another thing I'm considering is giving this its own parachute. I'm considering that. Since this wants to fire and so strong, I don't want nothing to be able to pull and snag this off again, because that's what happened. And the glue that they recommended, I believe it was plastic cement, and I used it, but you know, after a while, plastic cement, this stuff gets weak. Nothing broken, it's just the glue got weak. And this would sit right here. As you can see, that goes right there, which is kind of suspect in itself. It's like, I would like something more bulletproof. So I may give this its own parachute, and just run a line up here and have it come down, parachute up top where my hand is, and it'll come down this angle. Similar to the Mercury. That's how the Mercury is. The Mercury capsule. There's a line attached to the outside, and it's like this. It comes down like that. So that way you're not nose diving or coming. You don't want to attack it easily, but it's going to come down. It's going to damage the tower or the structure, ladder structure. But yeah, that's that one. Yeah, so I'm looking to getting this repaired really quick and getting it all fixed up. Like I said, these are flyers. I have another one packaged up. I'm not really worrying about it too much, but I do want to get this fixed up. It's a flyer, man. These are flyers. And it's a great performance. It's a great, super stable model. Flies really nice. Yeah, really nice. All those nozzles. Great rocket. I'm going to get that fixed up. So I flew Mercury, Gemini, Apollo. Then I went with the X-15. So we have to talk about my X-15, guys. I flew it on a D16-4FJ. It hauled off the pad at a weird angle. It went like this. It launched and it went over us. It was more horizontal than plane. It went high, but it was more horizontal. Once it left the pad and got a little airborne, it curved and arched really quick. And I couldn't see it. It was going so fast I couldn't see it. I heard the pop. It was lost. I was looking for it for a little while, but I figured I'll start just get my last flight off. And we're gonna come back and talk about that one in a minute. We'll come back and talk about the X-15. After that, I flew the Beaumont. Nice flyer. I flew this on a B6. What was that motor? That was a B64 also. I think I said B62, but it was a B64. And it kicked out the motor. I had motor retention, you see, with the tape, and I had a little piece of tape here. So it was in there like that, but it still came loose. So it's just a lesson to attach this stuff really good. The motor came out and it hit the ground. You know, we saw it come. I told Marcy, watch out. So it went up, flew really nice. The Beaumont is a great flyer. All these scale rockets, man, they fly really great because they're proven designs. So it flew great. No issues at all. Great rocket, great design, great flight. Next, and back to the F-16. So I searched and I searched and I searched. All right, guys, so I just found my X-15. I just found it. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. Found a retainer. Everything's here. It looked like it crashed. Some broke stuff, some damaged stuff. But it's good to get it all back at least. It really took off fast. Ejected. See the wadding still stuck in there. So experimental. Model Rocks 321. And I found it. I went up on this dirt hill that was out there. It's not really shown in the videos. So it went over. So behind this are these dirt piles of dirt hills. So I went and stood up on the hill after searching for about 15 minutes after I had everything packed up, and I found the X-15. It suffered some damage. The cone's still good. Yeah, cone's still good. I can see where it hit. Yeah, I think it crashed. I heard it pop, but it hit, and there's some damage here. This piece here, this piece is really clean. I can see the wadding. Yeah, this is just, and I was so glad I actually found, first I didn't see the retainer part that held the motor, and I did find that. These, I'm gonna, like, I don't like these, this one in plastic ones. This is SD's probably from like 2013 or something. No, 2004 or 5. I had to put tape on the motor to get it to fit really well. It's kind of cracked apart. But I'm just glad to have it back. I'm glad I found this. I'm glad I found the X-15. So back to the X-15. X-15, this plastic model is from Estes, probably 2003 or even 2002, 2003, 2004, somewhere around there. Plastic version of it. They had a very older one that was a plastic one. I think it was probably lighter than this. I just think that one seemed a little different. But this one, anyway, it took off on the D16-4FJ, kind of arched over, like I said, and I heard the pop. I didn't see it at all, but it hit obviously it looked like it took a crash. Like, I'm not sure if it ejected, and it did not, it didn't come out. I know it didn't come out because I saw exhaust residue like in the seams. Like it popped it apart also. That could happen on crash, but I saw some exhaust, and you can see the wadding still stuck in there. The wadding still in the rocket. I don't like these type of rockets because it's all hollow in here. It's like it's not based around a tube. This is a whole hollow section. Gases can go wherever they want to go, and instead of where they should go is forward and push out the parachute. But this was all on the ground. I went and I found it. I was so lucky to find it, and yeah, I'm happy. And like I said, these ejection charges fire really hard. This little red pellet, this is what goes in here. It holds the black powder is in there for the ejection, and this little bead right there, little cap's usually down in there. So I found the X-15, which I do like. I mean, it's damaged now, but just this system of retention, like this is really loose. If you put that in there, it goes all the way in. It's just a weird system. But when you put a motor in, I had to put tape on this one so to get a good fit. I had to put tape on this motor, put it in. I put this retaining cap on, and it holds fairly tight. It's loose now because it doesn't have damage. But you can see this piece went somewhere around here. So this piece looks really clean. It's kind of odd. A little shard there. Did this break off the cone? Yeah, the cone. Yeah, it definitely had a crash. At first I was wondering what happened because I did hear the ejection. I heard the pop. That's what I heard. Probably blew this apart. Yeah, it's wide open. Like this is open. So definitely have damage. I'm gonna take this parachute off because this one won't be flying again. More than likely, this is retired. There's some wadding in there. Let me get that out. There's some needle nose. I can't find any. Here we go. Yeah, the wadding. Yeah, it just never. Yeah, you can see it burns there. Yeah, you can't really get wadding deep down in there. This is just, I don't know if this is one of their better. This is not a great design at all. Like the old, there's a tube-based model, which I'm thinking about rebuilding this as a scratch build. I'm gonna probably, more than likely, that's something I really would like to do, have an X15 flyer. Just rebuild this based around a BT50. Now looking at this tube right here I have, it's a BT50 tube. And that'll probably be about the size if I can get this all fixed up. Yeah, that might be the size. This don't, yeah, the inside will be, yeah, just get this built up. I can build all this. I can pretty much get all this built and have a nice flyer. But this guy is, I'm gonna take this Kevlar off here. I don't even know why I'm doing this right now. But yeah, you can see some stuff is missing. Yeah, this went down inside. Yes, this whole section's missing. It's probably still out there. I thought I picked it all up, but there's that wreckage. Yeah, this piece went, I guess it would go over here possibly. Looked like it wants to go there. Yeah, that went right there. I could see it. Yeah. So this piece went here. And that's it. I may be able to, like I said, I may be able to just measure all this out, make the patterns for all these, get this, make a nice flyer. I can build this up. Not a bad build, actually. This will be pretty easy. This cone is the only part that I'm worried about getting it to fit. I was have to look at, so BT50 inside, I had to get a shoulder, because this has a build up a nice shoulder for this to slide into. Cut some tubing. Yeah, get some decals done. Yeah. So I may be rebuilding this here pretty soon. That may be a rebuild project in the works, so I'll keep this just for reference. But I think this guy's retired. That was it flew, but just the inside, the way that's made, it's not sealed off in there really good, and it's just bad, Like, thought it was lost. I really wanted it back though. I'm glad I was able to recover it. So now I have some reference materials. Like I said, BT. I'll go here, shoulder up front. Yeah, build this nice piece here. Get this angle. Yeah, this is doable. I can definitely build this up. Get these fins designed, built. And one thing about these they wanted to fly sideways. These airplane type rockets, they want to do this a lot. I think it was a little breeze up there also. The small one, because everything else, there was no wind out. There was a perfect day to fly, man. I'm telling you, like, it took off and it arched right over us. It had that trajectory, and I could see where it hit. You could see where it hit the dirt. I heard the pop. I don't think it came out, but it hit the ground and all. What I saw was the parachute. I went to that, on top of that hill. I saw the orange parachute in the distance. A little burn there on the parachute that wasn't there. So, but yeah, other than that, great day of flying. Little Joe, everything, Mercury, Gemini, Apollo, Beaumark. Getting back to flying scale, and I'm gonna do some sport. I'm gonna do some sci-fi stuff. I'm gonna get back out there. But this is another build project. Let me show you where the Little Joe 2's at. I think I showed this in the last one. The K30 Little Joe 2 is at this stage still. I got to get back on it today. I might be able to get some work done. Probably another primer, because this one's all silver. Even this version, the K30, the boilerplate QTV, the qualifying test vehicle version, just one of the early ones. So hit it with another coat of primer. Soon I'll be able to lay down the black, and then I'm gonna lay down the silver on top of it. The tower, I have that. That's right here already built. This piece is all white. This piece will be all white because it's that version that I'm doing. So that's where we are. Gonna get some scale going, man. Getting some scale. And I'm looking at building the Jupiter C or the Antar. So I'm still debating that. It's probably gonna be Jupiter C. I'm leaning toward Jupiter C, but I want to build that Vesta Intruder by Estes. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff I want to do. And anyway, you guys, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. Drop a comment below. Gonna keep this going. So ModRocks321. Use the discount code. Shop Estes. Get your engines. Get your motors. If you have any trouble with any Estes product, they have very good customer service. Also, they'll make you whole. If you have any Katos of an e-motor, whatever the deal, they'll make you whole. So that's all I got to say. It's ModRocks321, and we out.